A lot of Hallmark movies.
Oh, I did that too. I watched the Netflix stuff.
The Netflix?
The Netflix.
I watched the Netflix.
The Netflix stuff, like all the
Went on
cheesy
the
movies
Twitter.
on there.
Got caught up on the
Okay,
Facebook.
South Dakota. Real quick. Moving on now. So because it is a special New Year's show, today's Mental Health Minute, we're going to have a Mental Health Minute today, and we're talking about fear, our favorite topic. More specifically, kind of that fear around starting something new, putting yourself out there, facing criticism.
Scary.
We're very familiar with this. And we've all faced this at some point, right? So, I mean, I know we talk about this. Our viewers are incredible. You guys are amazing. You guys made
99%.
Oh, yeah.
We have gotten so many great compliments, especially on our chemistry, because we actually like each other, and we're
we do love
pals,
each
we're
other.
buddies, we're
Yeah.
amigos.
Yes, yeah. 2019 was amazing because of our viewers. We do, however, get the odd email or critical comment, like just random, usually really stupid stuff, and I always think about the person leaving that hate, like probably having a bad day, you know.
But the fact that people take the time to go on their computer and say things about our eyelashes or our hair
that was
color,
mine. Mine was,
or
I had
need a haircut, or I don't like that outfit on you.
Yes.
Or you make fun of Southern accents in a terrible way and it's offensive.
I make fun of her all the time, but it's like she loves it.
I love it. Like, please, more,
please. But here's the thing. So your critics don't count. And my favorite way to remind myself of this is by reading The Man in the Arena speech by Theodore Roosevelt, which you haven't read, you must. So here's a little snippet. And yes, I am quoting Theodore Roosevelt on this fine Friday morning. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming.
Oh.
Isn't that great?
I like it. I was not familiar with that.
He's amazing.
So much.
Oh, I know. I'm so wise right now.
You are wise.
That was all Teddy. But important takeaway from this, and courtesy of researcher Brene Brown, who I'm also a huge fan of, she does an amazing talk about this. But here's the thing, if you are not in the arena, if you are not fighting the fight, you're not taking the risk, your feedback does not count. Don't want your feedback. So for the people who do take the time to leave hate, to leave mean comments, criticism, sorry, if you're not actually in the arena doing it, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So your challenge for this week is to read the Roosevelt speech. You're actually getting homework, or you can watch Brene Brown's speech on this. It's an excellent speech. And remind yourself of this message every time you find yourself fearing criticism, because there's really no use for it. And I think a lot of us get really down on ourselves because some person who is having a bad day, or, you know, just think about what their life is like, that they're sitting at home leaving mean comments. Like,
they obviously are feeling something themselves or insecure with themselves.
Yeah.
And you know, it's taken us a while. I remember when we first started this job, you know, we've both been on TV for a long time, but you know, there was a change in hosts, so it's just different, and people didn't want to accept the change, and people were so mean in the beginning, and we took it to heart.
Fun.
Maybe not even mean, but just making comments about that, and you know, because they didn't like the change, and we really took a lot of that to heart, I think.
I think like a handful of, I honestly, having been in television for over 10 years now, like if it's a random person, I don't know, I really don't.
And I've gotten better at that.
Anymore.
In the beginning, I was like,
it's more people that I know. If somebody that I know says something critical, I'm like, wait a minute, you're supposed to love me.
I get plenty of that criticism.
But it's important to be able to separate yourself from other people's stuff.
And I've gotten so much better at that. I mean, there's been comments before in the beginning, like some guy I told you from Omaha asked me if I was pregnant or if I've enjoyed too much Kansas City barbecue. Well, guess what?
Also a word of advice.
Barbecue. And
it is really
you're
good.
not in great shape either, sir, at all. But I'm just as bad as him if I say that, so I take it back. New year, new me.
New year, new me. But yeah, also don't ask women if they're pregnant. Like, just don't. Just err on the side of caution.
And I did have a baby last year. His name is Little Kevin. He has a lot of fur. Thank you.
I've had many, many food babies. Speaking of food.
Okay, let's